I'm bored, so I thought I'd make this little video. Sorry about the shit quality. I don't have a tripod for my phone, so just bear with. All I wanted to do was a little comparison video between like Minecraft Console Edition and Bedrock sort of thing. So I do have the Xbox 360 Edition to compare with my Series S, but I was using my PS3, so I guess I'm using PS3 Edition. The first thing you'll notice about the old Console Edition is the user interface is literally butter smooth. There is no lag whatsoever other than, where it has to load all the worlds. So I'm just going to hop into one of my survival worlds. And I might just skip ahead because on PS3, worlds take like half a minute just to load. So here we are, we're about to load into the game. There we go. And you'll immediately see that it's the old textures and not the new ones, but that's only because Console Edition wasn't updated to 1.14 where it had all the new textures. The only Console Edition port, don't quote me on this, there is literally only one Console Edition port that has the new textures, and that's PS4 Edition. That's the only one that I know of that has the new 1.14 textures. But PS3 and Xbox 360, which is the ones I have, I mean, my Xbox 360's got Title Update 9 and my PS3's got Title Update 12, so they're versions from 2013, believe it or not. In 2025, or no. And so far, I am seeing absolutely no issues regarding performance whatsoever. I'm not seeing any lag spikes whatsoever. Everything is literally butter smooth. And unless you're playing Xbox 360 Edition, which is a little bit dark, you'll notice that the console editions, PS3 included, are a little bit brighter than Java and Bedrock. I mean, my TV's on dynamic, so I can clearly see in this cave without torches, but normally Minecraft Console Edition is a little bit brighter than Java and Bedrock, apart from Xbox 360, generally. Also, what I like about console over Bedrock is that you can disable autosave. I mean, it's easier in the 7th gen versions, like Xbox 360, PS3, Vita and Wii U, because it will temporarily pause the game just to save, whereas Xbox One, PS4, Switch and whatnot can just autosave in the background, much like Java and Bedrock. And I like to come back to these older Minecraft versions for fun and for the sake of nostalgia, because I grew up with Xbox 360 and PS3 growing up. I got my Xbox 360 first, then I got my PS3, but I didn't get Minecraft on the PS3 until I was 13 because I already had it on the 360 and I begged my parents to buy it for the PS3 as well. So here I am. I just paused the game there. So here we go, we've got Xbox 360 up now. I'll just hop into Survivor World on here. My tools are in my inventory instead of my hotbar, which is, don't know why I've done that. But yeah, Xbox 360, as you can see, is a little bit darker than PS3. And it still uses the old textures, much like PS3. I mean, it's an older version than PS3. This is TU9, my PS3 runs TU12. And again, it is literally butter smooth. I am not exaggerating either. I mean, Xbox 360 and PS3, yes, they can have frame dips, but not as much as Bedrock. In particular, I'm talking about like Xbox One, PS4 and Switch, Bedrock. Because I've got an Xbox Series S, it doesn't really happen too much, but it happens more significantly than on Xbox 360 and PS3. Now, let me show you how dark 360 Edition can get. Look at this. You can barely see inside the cave. You can literally see pitch black. And my TV's on dynamic, which should brighten up the cave area. And so far, I can literally only just see it. All you can see is that bit there. Although you might not be able to see it, come to realise it, because my phone's filmed at an angle, since I don't have a tripod. I might consider buying a tripod, but for now, I'll have to film it on the desk, like a like a moron. The user interface is butter smooth like on the PS3. Just look at how fast I managed to get rid of my hotbar. Now let's go back and turn the hotbar back on. How fast is that? Bedrock doesn't even go that fast, and that's the issue with Bedrock's UI. It is very slow half the time. Even on the latest consoles like the Xbox Series X and Series S, the PS5, the Switch 2, Bedrock's UI is still really slow. I mean, Switch 2 just uses the Switch version, so it hasn't got its official Switch 2 version yet. But I bet if the Switch 2 had a native Switch 2 Bedrock port, Bedrock's UI would still run pretty shitty on that. So, moving on to Bedrock then, you can see it's very different from the 360 and the PS3. And it's also updated on the latest version. So I'll just hop into a survival world on that. Yeah, as you can see, there is a lag spike already. But aside from the lag spikes and the shitty UI and whatever, I mean, come on, look at this. You can't tell me... Hold on, let's... Then the dressing. Let me just think of something now. Now look at this. This is the old user interface, like what Bedrock used to use. Now let's go on to play permissions. It literally takes a second just to transition from one UI to the other. Either have the old UI or change it to the new one. Then don't have both. It's very inconsistent. Other than that, Bedrock Edition has this new graphics mode called Vibrant Visuals, which makes it a lot better than the graphics on the 360 and the PS3 by miles. See, now I've set it to fancy graphics, and this is somewhat close to what the old legacy versions used to look like, minus the newer textures. I mean, PS4 Edition, Console Edition used to use because that was updated to 1.14. Now let me just show you how slow Bedrock's UI can be. Okay, it's a little bit faster now. This is what I mean. It took literally 5 seconds just to switch a graphics mode. That is insane. I mean, it's not insane considering Vibrant Visuals uses a lot of, power, but it even takes like a few seconds just to switch from fancy to simple. I mean, what the fuck? Oh, and water looks funny, by the way, for some reason. I've reloaded the world, it looks normal now. But one of the gripes with Bedrock Edition is, well, yes, the lag spikes and whatnot, and the performance issues, but the fact that it was rushed onto the console. And that's why it runs so shitty on the console, because it was rushed. Unlike the console edition, where 4J Studios, put care and effort into making those versions of the game, like on the 360 and the PS3. That's why those versions run butter smooth, unlike Bedrock. Now let's do what I did on the 360. Let's try and hide the hotbar. You can see that the UI arrangement is so clustered, and it took a while to load into settings. But if I load into settings again, it might be a little bit faster, but it's not as convenient as the old legacy console, UIs that 360 and PS3 have. I mean, yes, Bedrock has nice graphics. Now it's got vibrant visuals. I do like them, by the way. By the way, am I the only one who plays without render clouds? Ever since I was a kid, I just turned off render clouds on all my Minecraft versions. Apart from the Switch, I just couldn't be bothered to do it on Switch because Bedrock's UI on Switch takes the absolute piss. It literally takes 10 seconds just to load into settings. I mean, one time it took half a minute just to open the inventory. I have no idea why I said inventory funny then. But yeah, I don't think Bedrock is bad per se. It's just irritating the annoying performance issues and the lag spikes. I bet you when we go to the world screen now, it's probably gonna spaz out. Yeah, you could see a little lag spike when I backed out of the world screen then. So yeah, that was my little video on console versus Bedrock Minecraft basically.